Welcome to And It's Live, the podcast which dives deep into football's most iconic seasons, stories, and what ifs. If you love football, history, tactics, and nostalgia, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and drop us a like on YouTube so you don't miss an episode.
This is the Ronaldo game. He was just incredible, and as famously, as he's coming off, as he's being substituted, Old Trafford applauds him because it was just watching one of the greatest players who ever kicked a ball at his absolute zenith.
I suppose that's what you want then. Real Madrid versus Manchester United, is it? Now, again, Davey, United are have been in good shape. We've talked about that. They've looked really, really good, really settled. Arsenal put them out the cup at Old Trafford. Alex Ferguson kicks a boot into the face of one of his best players, which obviously cuts him just above the eye. And there's that whole media circus around that. And there's a wobble. They'll maintain the league form to the end of the season. But the argument to this is, I guess, the City team, they won their group. Real Madrid did not. And Madrid are 3 up before 50 minutes. Figo, a delightful hanging shot right into the top corner. Raul, nice to see him back involved as well, just doing kind of Raul things. I've not talked about on this show. I can't think. Adam will know just how he was doing in La Liga at the time. Hasn't really popped up in this Champions League run, to be honest. He certainly pops up that night at Old Trafford.
Oh my God! I actually did think the Van Nistelrooy goal in the first leg might end up being important because 2-0
you watch the Old Trafford game back, it is electric, right? United fans, they're used to this kind of thing. Van Nistelrooy nearly rips 𝐃𝐨𝐽's hands straight off his wrists with a shot from about 7 yards, just an acute angle. Looks like he's going to cut it back, but he just tries to sledgehammer it into the roof of the net. I mean, United are absolutely at it, and it's just that ball beyond Stam. And it's one of those, is he going to take a shot? Well,
yes. Oh, aye, he has. This is just a virtuoso performance. Sometimes you're in the presence of greatness, and this is famously the one that they applaud him off the park when he gets substituted. Yeah. And I know that some people don't. I wouldn't do it to an opposition player, to be honest, but that's because I'm a miserable bastard with a black, soulless void where my heart should be. But if fans said they did it in an involuntary sense, I could understand why, because he was absolutely electric. This was, the Ronaldo of Barcelona days, just rampaging, scoring from incredible. I don't even need to describe these goals because our listeners know them. Yeah. Ferguson had left Beckham on the bench for this one, and that had caused a bit of a.
The cameras are on him
the whole game. And Beckham come back in it. They get the equaliser just before half time. And again, I didn't think they were out at this point, Martin. I really did think, okay, well, maybe extra time. But
they're going to need to win 4-1, though. That
10-minute spell that Ronaldo has, in which he just takes the tie away from them, and the goals are sublime. He's won that World Cup at last. He's at Real Madrid. He's relaxed now, and he just puts this performance in that is utterly. And then Beckham comes off the bench and pretty much single-handedly wins the game. Talk about a guy coming off the bench with something to prove, and it gets forgotten about, understandably. This was a real drama I felt we were witnessing.
Yeah.
Between these two, a real
played out in public,
getting played out in public, which was not like it was not like Ferguson. But then again, Beckham's fame was such that it would be impossible to everything he did. Remember the thing about his haircut that they felt like, because Beckham was going to unveil his new haircut, and Ferguson's like, "Will you fuck? You're playing tomorrow," and he wore a hat while he was on the bench so that his haircut. It was a wild time and a wild sort of level of celebrity. This is the Ronaldo game. He was just incredible, and as famously, as he's coming off, as he's being substituted, Old Trafford applauds him because it was just watching one of the greatest players who ever kicked a ball at his absolute zenith.
Adam, the 2 strikes, the first and the third, are brilliant, obviously, but the second goal is just a great team move. I think Real Madrid had a lot of pressure at that time. It was kind of coming. It's a simple finish from Ronaldo, but as an actual team move, it was just superb. United were just bad. If you enjoyed the show and want to help us grow, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. On YouTube, search for And It's Live Podcast. We've got new deep dives, drafts, and breakdowns dropping every other day.